For the first time in 6 months, this is not Monday morning and I am not in the office. That's because I'm 39,000 feet in the air on the way to our new destination. I'm Kieran O'Connor and this is episode 23 of the Week in the Life. For the last 2 years, I've been growing a recruitment business in the UK in the not so sunny Cardiff, South Wales. I have scaled up, I've scaled down. I've had some big wins, I've had some lessons. I've hired billing consultants, I've had non-exec directors, I've had people in marketing, creative to help to our video content, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. And that's led me to where I am today. Right now, I'm 39,000 feet in the air after we took off from London Heathrow this morning on the way to our new destination. The last 48 hours I've spent walking around London for my birthday. 31 years old, couldn't be happier for where I am and where things are going at the age of 31. We're about to embark on a new, exciting chapter of the business and my personal life. Although it's only Wednesday, the last 2 days of this week they've been mental in terms of it's so difficult to run a recruitment business on the go. I've been managing interview feedbacks, I've been organising final stage interviews. For context, we've had 7 final stage interviews this week across 3 clients. Also trying to work out some international terms of business. We're on board with a new client that are based in Texas. I've had to get legal and HR involved to get these signed off, and it's just very, very complex whilst walking around trying to celebrate a birthday and doing things like eating the family. But that sounds like I'm complaining. What a first world problem to have, onboarding new clients and organising final stage interviews on my birthday. I'm very, very grateful. Feels a little bit strange making this video because over the last 4 to 6 weeks when this has been happening, we've told no one, apart from our families. So I haven't told any clients, I haven't told any of my close friends from a work perspective or any of my close friends in my circle. Until like the last week and the last 48 hours, I've been letting most people know. There's a few reasons why. Number 1, no one really cares. Number 2, it's personal to me. And number 3, probably the most important one, nothing changes. So I didn't want to let the clients know that I'm jetting off in case they think anything's going to change in the short term, if I might be working less. In fact, I'm probably going to be working more because now I've got more accountability on my shoulders to make this work. So if anything, things are going to get better. So whilst I'm 37,000 feet in the air, I am trying to work on my laptop and on my phone, but the Wi-Fi is surprisingly bad at this Emirates flight. I was expecting a lot more considering we're in business class, but even the paid Wi-Fi is the same as the free Wi-Fi. So I guess I've got to make do with what I've got. I was looking to spend most of this 7-hour flight strategizing on how I'm going to land and expand in a new market. So it's probably good to give some context. We have always been based in South Wales, and South Wales has been a very, very prominent market for us. There's a couple of challenges with that. Number 1, we don't get the excitement and the deal flow in terms of startups we're raising like larger cities, London, Manchester, or certainly Europe at the moment, and mostly US. So whilst we're still going to focus on South Wales because we know that market very, very well, since the beginning of this year, January 2025, more and more of our work is based either across the UK, particularly London. Europe's been very busy for us this year, and then the US is a big focus as well. So we've onboarded 3 US clients, probably in like the last 6 months, who have fairly regular deal flow. What that means for us, me being South Wales, is probably put me at disadvantage. I don't actually need to see clients face to face as much as I think I do. Some of the people I actually asked to meet are too busy. Although I do go to pasture quite a lot, I've got to ask a couple of times to make sure they actually want to get together. Most people want us to do recruitment in the background, work as a strategic partner, and then let it do their other things. Because they've just raised money, they've got a lot on their plate across all different areas. So finance, sales, marketing, recruitment is a small part. And if they can trust us as a partner to just do the work in the background, that seems to work well for them. So that means naturally we've been exploring options and where we can look to set up our base. And whilst I'm not going to tell you where we're going, I do think it's pretty obvious. Secondly, you'll also find out in the next 10 to 15 minutes of this vlog when I share some footage of where we land and over the next couple of weeks. But I am feeling generous, so I'll give you a clue. It is hot and it rhymes with flew by. See if it can work it out. So whilst we're not going to do an announcement, people are going to start to realize over the next couple of weeks, mostly through this content. So if you're watching this is an exclusive announcement. This is the only place I'm going to share that we've changed locations, but it will become more apparent as time goes on. Naturally, we'll be focusing on this market just as well as the UK. So if you've been watching this Week in the Life series up until now, thank you. We really appreciate your support. This is not the end. The way I see it, this is actually the start of some new and improved content. So what can you expect over the next few weeks and the next few months? Well, firstly, you're going to see just how we transition into a new country, how we set up a business and go about building a local presence, hopefully with its new business in a completely new country. Secondly, I'm going to be networking like mad. It's not my first year in business before I burnt out. I was going to like 2-3 events a week sometimes, at least 4 or 5 a month. But I've got 2 good this month, some of the biggest events in Dubai, all about AI, software, data, and tech. So I plan to get to those, get as many interviews as I can with some incredible entrepreneurs, and build my network. Thirdly, I'm just going to keep it honest and transparent on what it's like moving to a new country and running a business at the same time. So make sure you stick around. The next few weeks are going to be bangs.
Get fly, I'm trying to stay free. Financial stability, the main key. All them 99 problems couldn't break me. I still made it off the rock, I felt like Jay-Z. If she an 8 or below, she ain't the main squeeze. And all you're gonna see is tape when the 8 squeeze. They gon' take something else if they don't take heed. Shot 'em by the take 2 and told them take 3. I had reasonable doubt as my intro. We swing around with Illmatic, say you involved. Heard they ran off on the plug by the 10th load. All the stress why I need my money tenfold. I took a chapter out the mob page. 1 gauge, 2 bodies on the front page.
I'm here. And if you haven't guessed already by my very obvious clue on the plane and all the B-roll, I have landed in Dubai. I've just had my first haircut of Dubai, so I thought I'd wrap up this very, very short week in the life this week. It's probably going to be around 10 to 15 minutes. And you've only got 2 clips of me talking directly to the camera. Truthfully, this relocation has been quite a lot. I've had to travel. It's been my birthday. We've had to get set up in Dubai from a professional and personal perspective with bank accounts, Emirates ID, visas, fingerprints, everything that you possibly need to get set up in a country. So naturally, the week in the life has taken a bit of a back seat. I haven't done an awful lot of work in terms of outreach. I've done a lot of the more important tasks. We've had 2 or 3 final stages this week. I was hoping to close a deal or 2, but they've been pushed into next week, and I couldn't be more excited about what I've got planned for the next couple of weeks. So I guess I'm just going to confirm that we are actually in Dubai. We have relocated. The business is set up. We are legally trading over here. Although we don't have a bank account yet, we will do soon. I've had a fresh haircut. I've also spent too much money already because you can get absolutely everything you want here in the click of a button or within a 10-15 minute walk. But that's not why I'm doing these Week in the Life series. This isn't a personal vlog. This is a business vlog. So I'm just going to tell you what is going to be available to see over the next couple of weeks because I want you to stick around. The next couple of weeks, and actually the next couple of months from a business perspective, are going to be very, very productive. As you can imagine, I've just landed in a new country. Yes, I'm still going to be working with all of our UK and European clients. We've got a couple of US clients in a minute as well, but I want to land and expand in Dubai. So I'm going to be looking to network like mad, try and bring on some new business as well. So you'll see how I go about winning new business and meeting new people in Dubai. Actually, on Monday, in 2 days, I've got a meeting with a guy called Mahmood. He is an exited founder. He runs his own podcast here in Dubai, and we're going to be meeting at Kana Cafe. So that's my first meeting already. I've landed that in 2 days. Couldn't be more excited. I'm going to ask him about the current landscape, some of his business ventures, and I'm going to throw this out there. Because of season 2 of the podcast, which is coming very, very soon, I'm going to ask if he would like to be a guest. Outside of that very important meeting, I've got a couple of lunches booked in. One with an exited founder from the UK who lives over here. We met for lunch in the UK thanks to Mark Hindmarsh and his introduction. So there's going to be a lot of content in terms of me meeting people. Probably the most exciting thing is the GitX event, which is here in Dubai. It's the largest tech event, I think, that comes to Dubai from an AI and software perspective. Actually runs from October the 13th to the 17th, and we've got tickets for all 5 days. So the plan is to get myself there for at least 2 full days. I will be there with my DJI and my mic, interviewing as many entrepreneurs as I can. I plan to include quite a few of those in the Week in Life, but I will also do a separate video, I think, to show what it's like to attend such a huge event. There is a number of main stages. There's people flying in from all over the world for this event, and I'm going to be there with me, Skylar, and my DJI. And thirdly, probably the most obvious and the most important, I'm going to be very transparent about what it's like to move to Dubai and relocate with a business. I'm not going to boast about how good it is to be here. I'm not going to complain either. I'm just going to carry on as I usually do and do my good work just in a different country. So you'll get to see a lot of B-roll about Dubai. I'll also tell you and show you about where I'm going in terms of co-working spaces, finding offices. If anyone's got any questions, you're more than welcome to ask. And on that note, maybe I might show you around the apartment. Whilst I carry on speaking, take a look at this, because this is where we're staying. We are located in Business Bay. Business Bay is right in the center. As you can imagine by the name Business Bay, it's where a lot of the business activities go on. Although a lot of the business activities are all over Dubai, Business Bay has a lot of office space to rent, both serviced and not serviced. And I'm going to make a promise to you that this Week in the Life series is going to remain recruitment focused. I don't want to change that to a personal Week in the Life, nor do I want to make it anything different. I'm really enjoying telling and showing people about the recruitment industry from my perspective. Things like how we set up projects, how we work with clients, and how we manage candidate expectations. I'm going to continue to do that on a remote basis and network like mad to build a new market over here. And I'm more than happy to help out anyone along the way as well. And that's it. That's the end of the shortest Week in the Life I'm ever likely to do. To be upfront, moving forward, the vlogs are going to be a little bit shorter. We're going to be moving from 55 minutes down to about 35 minutes. I'm going to focus on high quality content, lots of B-roll to make them visually appealing as well, but still keep the action-packed amount of value so everyone can keep on learning. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. There's going to be an episode you do not want to miss.
Run through 5, 1, know what I expected this week. I'm alive, 1, that's what I expected this week.